Hey, crypto family. So I have a couple news articles I'm going to cover today, as well as some Bitcoin analysis. So I'll try to keep it short. But looking at the market right now, we can see it's pretty choppy among all the altcoins and Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up about 0.5% to $6,338. We have actually Dash up 2%, up to $202. That's been doing really well. And then we actually have Dogecoin still up over 16% today, which is amazing. I'll go over why that's up as well. But again, looking at Bitcoin right here, we can see that, again, it's been pretty choppy the past couple of days. Can't really make up its mind if it wants to go to the upside or to the downside. If we look here, I drew a wedge pattern, and it's similar to this bear flag here that we drew. And as you can see, this wedge pattern is coming to a close very soon, within the next couple of days. Now, if we break this upward level of about 6,400, then I could see us trying to test, this 200-day moving average at about $6,600. Now, this is on the 4-hour chart. But if we do break to the downside, then we're going to look to retest of about $6,100, which it did stop at in its previous drop. So again, we're looking to see if we break about 6,250 or if we continue above 6,400. So right now it's not looking too good, but you never know, this could reverse. And the RSI is still pretty oversold. So again, that is more bullish action if we do move to the upside. But again, anything could happen. Always set your stops and take profits accordingly. Now, looking at the first news item today, it says Bitcoin mutual fund launches in Canada. So this is an article by Coin News, and this is pretty good news. It says First Block Capital Inc., a Canadian cryptocurrency and blockchain investment company, has announced that its Bitcoin Trust, FBC Bitcoin Trust, has achieved mutual fund status in Canada, allowing investors to place funds in registered accounts such as tax-free savings accounts or registered retirement savings plan. Now, this is huge because mutual funds, as you know, if you're in the USA, Fidelity is a huge mutual fund company. If you want to put stuff in your 401k, Roth IRA, and there's trillions of dollars in that market. And for Canada, allowing Bitcoin mutual funds, that's huge. That's just going to increase exposure and increase cash flow. And it says here that the trust will give investors exposure to Bitcoin without having to acquire, hold, or manage the actual Bitcoins. Trust units are considered a qualified investment in a mutual fund trust tier under the Tax Act. And the fund has surpassed 150 unit holders in less than a year since its launch. So again, this is crazy, and it's great to see that the trust units are considered a qualified investment. So, it's great to see Canada is doing this. Hopefully the USA follows suit, and then other countries as well. And basically it says First Block expects most FPC Bitcoin Trust investors will start to move units in the first month. So again, hopefully we see a lot of people move into this trust, and then you can see the effects of it, and other countries again will follow suit. The next article I want to cover is a lot of people have been talking about this today, is the New York regulator approves 2 new stable coins, Gemini Dollar and Paxos Standard. So as you know, there's a lot of controversy with Tether. That's when TrueUSD ended up being made and was put on Bittrex. But basically, people want to make sure that if they, sell their Bitcoin into fiat or into Tether, that it's actually, backed by the US dollar or a currency, so that, their funds won't be lost if it ends up being a fraud or not, actually backed by something. So that's why these stable coins have been gaining attention. And it says here, ever since fears around Tether, it seems like a new stablecoin is released every week to try to take its place. Today's 2 stablecoins have been revealed, with the distinction of being approved by the financial regulator known for the New York Bit license. So again, it talks about these 2 coins, Gemini Dollar and Paxos Standard, are said to be ERC20 tokens backed by 1-to-1 by the fiat US dollar, held at US located and FDIC insured. Now, one of the things, it kind of makes me uneasy. It says tokens subject to forfeiture and seizure. And it says, as part of the approval process, the regulator ensured that each company complies with requirements regarding anti-money laundering, anti-terror financing, anti-fraud, and consumer protection measures. But then it said here, it says any stablecoin and the fiat currency available upon redemption may be forfeited if it has been used for legal activity. Any stablecoin may be subject to forfeiture or seizure by a law enforcement agency in the event that there is a legal order or other legal process, and any stablecoin or fiat currency available upon exchange that has been subject to freezing, forfeiture, or seizure may be wholly and permanently unusable and may be destroyed. So they're saying actually if it's used for legal activity, they can freeze the assets. You're subject to forfeiture and seizure. But again, you know, that's a very gray area, and I hope they just don't overstep their boundaries here and, you know, just declare, you know, maybe half the people who have these coins, you know, they're doing some fraud activity, and then they take their coins altogether. So that was the only thing I didn't really like about it. But again, I guess it's just another way of regulation, another way to make sure that people aren't using these for acts that they shouldn't be. So it's a double-edged sword on that one. But the next article I want to cover is an article by Cointelegraph, and it says crypto markets see another wave of red despite bullish news from major industry players. So basically, it just goes over, you know, what's been going on in the market today. Coins are still declining. You know, not too much going on really. But then it says, if you scroll down here, it talks about Doge, you know, actually still increasing, up over 13% today in the 24-hour period. And then also at the end here, I want to cover one of the things it talks about. It says, you know, it covers the Winklevoss twins creating 2 new coins. And then it also says, yesterday, anonymous sources revealed that the U.S. multinational bank Citigroup is developing a cryptocurrency product to give institutional investors access to crypto markets without owning cryptocurrencies directly. So this is another big news item. Citigroup is getting in on the crypto space. And again, they're working on catering to their institutional investors. So this is great. And it just gives institutional investors, you know, more access for that safe haven in cryptos versus just buying from exchanges. So I thought that was some good news. And then last but not least, I want to go over Dogecoin and exactly why it's up. So it seems like Dogecoin has just been going up like crazy for the past couple of weeks. But basically it says 2 key developments will affect Dogecoin during the month of September. The Doge Ethereum demo has been received quite well by the community so far. This trading bridge between Dogecoin and Ethereum was considered to be a major milestone for this altcoin. It allows for a streamlined exchange between Dogecoin and ERC20 tokens. And then it says, secondly, it would appear Dogecoin will see a hard fork later this month. More specifically, a project known as Doge Ethereum, or DOGX, will branch off of the Doge blockchain in the fall. Now, I think they mentioned that they weren't going to have a hard fork in one of the previous articles I read. But again, it's saying that they're still not sure, and the timeline is still not set in stone. So I think that hard fork is kind of, you know, in the back of people's minds. That's why it could be increasing right now, which, if you don't know, you know, usually during hard forks, if you're holding the coin, then you'll receive the same amount of the new coin on, you know, approved exchanges that the hard fork is happening on. So I'm not sure if that's what's going on here, or there's another rumor that Dogecoin may be listed on Coinbase potentially, and that was from an article. I think Coinbase was dealing with an exchange company, and that exchange company said they're going to be listing, you know, Dogecoin and a few other coins. So then it's ties to Coinbase. People were thinking that Coinbase may list Dogecoin. It's really all speculation in the crypto market. So, but yeah, there's a couple different things why Dogecoin has been rising like it has. So hopefully you're holding some. I'm not, but again, it's just all preference. I mean, if the demand's there, you know, why not? So, but again, it's not financial advice, just my opinion. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, comment if you have any questions, and please subscribe if you haven't. Till next time, thanks for watching.